Good day, EDC community, and welcome to my channel. All right, it's almost the end of the year. The date is November. Okay, the date is November 17, 2022. It's Christmas is right around the corner, so I guess it's about time to tell you, at least in my opinion, what my 10 best multi-tools are here in the Philippines. I say the Philippines because, of course, this is where I'm making my video from. And I'm also rating these tools based on availability in the market here. Needless to say, though, I still will be making some honorable mentions for uh, products which I hope was available here. Just to say it again, my basis for categorizing my 10 best tools will be on 1. Product availability, 2. Features, and 3, which is very important here, price and affordability. All right, so here goes. On the number 10 spot, might come as a surprise to you, but the Leatherman Wave only makes it to my number 10 list, even though this is one of my easy favorites, simply because of the price. Um, as you all know, Leathermans fetch a really premium price. A brand new Leatherman Wave would set you back anywhere from the cheapest brand new, if you could find one, would be like 6,500 to 8,000, 9,000 pesos. All right, dollar rate I'll be showing here at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, they are quite pricey, and that's one of the reasons why they just occupy the top spot. In spite of that, though, what I like about the Wave is that it has 18 rated tools. They're all good, and at the same time, besides the tool count, the build quality is excellent. Right, all Leathermans, at least in my collection, have a solid feel. They're really made and built well. All right, no wiggling or misalignments. They really are just good tools. Okay, so yeah, that would be the Leatherman Wave, occupying the number 10 spot. Right, number 9 is another Leatherman. Right, you might be noticing a trend here. Yeah, I choose the Leatherman Raptor for number 10 spot. Well, basically, well, price is not so much as an issue here. A brand new Leatherman Raptor would set you back around 4,500 to 5,000 bucks. It occupies a 9th spot because this is a really specialized tool. What I like about the Raptor is its shears. You know, they really are good. Okay, they're better than the scissors and other big scissors of other multi-tools there, and really they can really just cut. With a rated tool count of 7, it doesn't really well, I don't know for a lot of you, but as far as tool counts go, I put it here on the 9th spot. For other people, because they might want other tools to go along with their multi-tools. And yeah, but for me, this is also an excellent tool. This is a great everyday carry. The shears are excellent, and of course, no other multi-tool has a ring cutter or a metal cutter, at least, okay, like the Raptor. So yeah, number 9 spot goes to the Leatherman Raptor. Okay. Number 8, right, is a Leatherman T4. The T4 is really a great tool for me. I carry this with me almost every day. For me, this is an awesome, a really significant contender to the Swiss Army knives or to the utility knife segment. Simply, in my opinion, because of its one-hand opening features. All right, all tools are one-hand opening, not like other Swiss knives, which have only the blade as one-hand opening. This one has all tools one-hand opening, like what I'm doing now. See, I'm accessing all tools with just one hand, and I'm just even flipping it on the other side with just my one hand, right? like so. Okay, tool count for this is 12 tools, so not bad, you know. Of course, if you look at the spaces here, it could probably have more tools compared to a Swiss Army knife, which is really just jam-packed with tools. This still, the T series still has a lot of empty spaces. I don't know if there's a reason behind that. Maybe the mechanisms are occupying it under the surface, but from the outside, they appear to you as, you know, they could use or cram in more tools. And price wise, a T4 would cost around 4,000 pesos. Okay, around the price of a Swiss Army knife. So yeah, not so expensive, but still in the Philippine market, of course, price does count for a lot. All right, so that's number 8 for you, and that's the Leatherman Free T4. Number 7 is the Leatherman Surge. All right, so yes, it's established. The Leathermans occupy the top. The bottom, if you would like to call it the bottom of the 10th. I would like to say, in my defense, it's simply because of the price. But don't get me wrong, all Leathermans, at least the ones that I have, or the models that I have, I chose them carefully before I got them, are really solidly built. You know, they really are a delight. And yeah, with the Leatherman Surge, put this higher than the Leatherman Wave because, well, simply the tools here compared to the Wave, at least in my opinion, are far better. Its configuration to accept aftermarket accessories outside the Leatherman brand is a real big thing for me. Like the T-shank here, which can accommodate any blade as long as it's a T4, a T-shank format. Okay, and also it could accept 4 quarter-inch bits, making it a real workman's tool. And yeah, since I said it already, this is my favorite of the Leathermans because this is really a robust and a really solid tool. Okay, the Surge will set you back brand new between 8,000 to 10,000 pesos. And yeah, so that's the Leatherman Surge. In spite of it being of all my Leathermans being on the bottom 4, a Leatherman is still a very good tool to have, and the Surge is my favorite. And as I guess a lot of you would agree with me that the Surge is perhaps the best tool out there. All right, so yeah. Okay, occupying number 6 spot is the SOG or SOG Power Play. Well, it's no longer with me. It has a new owner, but I still qualify it as number 6 in my list simply because I have used it and I could vouch for it. The only thing is the Power Play is no longer in the official SOG website. I believe it's been discontinued. So yeah, if you could get your hands on a Power Play, you can just scramble for the remaining Power Plays. They cost around 4,500 pesos. And yeah, they have 18 to 20 rated tools, much like the Wave. It can accommodate 1/4 inch bits. I'm a stickler for bit drivers and 1/4 inch size in particular. And yeah, the Power Play is an excellent tool. And so that's number 6 on my list. At the number 5 spot is the Gerber MP400. Okay, this is another tool which I don't have. What I instead have is a Gerber MP600. So you might ask, why not make the MP600 the top 5 instead? Well, simply it's because it's pricing itself out of the competition. So therefore, I would choose the MP400, which will just cost around 3,300 to 3,500. Gerber 600 MP600 cost around. They're starting to cost more than 6,000, and in my opinion, they're not. It's not really worth buying a 6,000 pesos worth of a multi-tool Gerber. I mean, due to the design. The design, of course, I'm gonna say the design is great, but compared to the other tools, is rather dated. So yeah, you'd rather go for the more modern designs, and that's why I would say that the MP400, yeah, in spite of this its dated design, it still fetches a good price. Okay. Number 4 spot is the I still call it the no-name multi-tool. All right. Well, you might be wondering why I'm putting this one, a no-name multi-tool, on top of or ahead of the Leatherman's. Well, simply because of the price. Okay. The price of the no-name multi-tool is 1,600. So it's 1/8 the price of the Surge, or I'm sorry, of the Waves, and even cheaper than this free T4. All right, and it's at the same time it's as big as the Surge. All right, so you could use it as a heavy use multi-tool. All right, still kind of spring-loaded, but yeah. Build wise, it still leaves some to be desired. It kind of feels light and a little flimsy, but it serves its function. I've used this a lot of times on the workbench, and it performs admirably well. One thing this thing has, which the Surge doesn't, is the pommel, and I have used this countless times, and it really performs well. When I say build quality, also there is some slight wiggle already happening. I'll show you here. See, look at the plier head by the fulcrum, and see when I twist it, there's some space already happening. But suffice to say, it still is good. I don't think this is gonna break on me anytime soon. I would say did I say the price already? Okay, the price of this one is 1,400 to 1,600. So yeah, I don't think your 1,400 to 1,600 will go to waste that fast. I believe that this is gonna last long. It's just gonna have some play already. But yeah, it still is a great multi-tool in spite of still not having a name. And yeah, for the features, it's like the Wave, but it's like the Wave with the pommel. So it's like a Wave and the signal, and with the size of the Surge, but at the fraction of the cost. And yeah, this is the reason why this occupies the number 4 spot. You can really do the rough stuff here, which gives you, my reason for is the usability. You could really, use this for whatever intent you intend to use, without you worrying about the price or the cost of how much you bought this for. Okay, and okay, I don't know if you see it. Even has a really nice tool, a really aggressive saw, and yeah, this is also a good rated saw, like so. So yeah, enough said. This is the no-name multi-tool, and yeah, it occupies the number 4 spot because, well, of course, you could use it. It's a hardware tool, and you won't mind if this breaks, just in case it breaks, because it's cheap. But still, I don't, like I'm saying, I don't think this is gonna give up on me anytime soon. Number 3 is the Xiaomi Huhu. Okay, the Xiaomi Huhu is the only scissor-based multi-tool here I have on the list. Of course, you could call the Raptor or the Leatherman Raptor as a scissors, as a pair of scissors, but they're actually emergency shears. So these really are the only. This is really the only pair of scissors I have on the list. And I put this on the number 3 because it's solidly built, you know, and it's small. It's as big as a power pint if you have a power pint with you. It's really small I think this is like under 3 inches. So it's under 4 inches or around 3 to 3.5 inches. And it's, like I said, it's solidly built. It's firm. It doesn't have any wiggle or play. This is an EDC urban multi-tool, not for the workbench. It's more for urban and office situations. You know, one thing I like about this is the blade type. You know, I have not seen a tanto on any multi-tool except for this one. Okay. Unfortunately, it's not locking. So if ever you do manage to get your hands on the Xiaomi Huhu, be careful. All right. Price-wise, I don't think I have said the price of this one. It makes it to the number 3 spot because, one, this is the only multi-tool around here that costs less than 1,000 pesos. Okay, this is just 700,000 pesos at the mall, and this is very easy to attain. It's available both online and in the stores of Xiaomi stores. I could get it for 700 pesos, like I said, and it's solid. You know, it's firm, and yeah, it's just that, you know, unlike other multi-tools which we wish we had pliers for, this one does not, which is why it just occupies the number 3 spot. Although I would say it's really cheap, and it's got that price going for it, and occupies, which is why it occupies the number 3 spot. So yep, this is the Xiaomi Huhu. Okay, I'm gonna mention the honorable mentions. Let me go ahead. Honorable mention, I would say the SOG or the SOG Power Access Assist. Okay. This is a great multi-tool. This is about the size of the Surge, so this is the large size multi-tool. So you could categorize this as on the level of the Surge and the Swiss tool. And this is a great multi-tool. The SOG has a good power access line. This is a great multi-tool because it has, I would say this, I've said this in my other video, that it has a nice set of pliers. It has for me, it's a unique set of plier heads because it comes to a real fine point. So this is a precision multi-tool. This, in spite of my raves about this, oh, by the way, this can also accommodate 1/4 inch hex bits in 2 positions, in the driver, in the straight line position, as well on the T side position, like so, at an angle. Oh, well, maybe I'm just gonna show it to you anyway, like so. You put in the driver there, or the adapter there, and yeah, that's the Power Access Assist. The reason why this only makes it to the honorable mention is because it is not really available here in the Philippine market. I think only a handful was only available here in the market for a time. And for one, also, this is, if you base it on dollar rate, it's expensive. This will come in as expensive as, a little more expensive than a brand new Surge as well. But luckily, I got this for a discount. But it's not the discount what I'm talking about, but the availability. So it's not really so available unless you order it online from overseas. The SOG Power Access Assist is not available in the market. Okay, so yeah, that's honorable mention number 1. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the Gerber MP600, which is honorable mention number 2. You would go for the Gerber MP600. You won't go wrong for the MP600 because of its really practical and classic design. It doesn't feel like a toy. It really just is a tool, you know. It's a no-nonsense tool. I suggest you get a snub nose. At least you'll have a snub nose as part of your lineup. You know, most of the multi-tools, plier-based multi-tools available are mostly in the needle nose configuration. The reason, like I said, this makes it only on the honorable mention list is, well, for one, even though it is available in the market, it is not so available to the point that it fetches already an expensive price. The cheapest one would go for $6.5, which is okay. I'd rather go for a Leatherman for that price, or for the number 2 spot, which is coming up. All right. Honorable mention number 3 is this Victorinox Swiss Army knife. This is my work champ. I suggest if you get a Swiss Army knife, might as well get a big one. All right. And if you get a big one, get something that's got a good grip. And yeah, this is what I'm saying is the Victorinox work champ. This is the most complete of the large knife series, and it's complete. It's got pliers already. It's got a pair of scissors. It's complete with drivers. Even has an awl, all right, or a reamer. Let me just put it out, pull it out. Okay, there so. Okay, it even has a corkscrew, which a lot would say it's just good for a bottle opener, but this is also good for making holes, you know, for creating spaces for screws, you know. Okay, and of course it has a micro flathead screwdriver, which is, some say, is only good for eyeglasses, but you could use it for electronics. All right, and yeah, it makes the Swiss Army knife makes it to the honorable mention, well, for 2 reasons. One, it's basically a Swiss knife, or a knife-based multi-tool. So when we say multi-tool, at least in my opinion, we'd go for the more practical, or for the more utilitarian plier-based tools. Okay, the plier-based format, and as well as the price. Victorinoxes come at a premium price like the Leathermans. But of course, you won't go wrong with the Victorinox. And yeah, so this is the Victorinox Work Champ, right, for the honorable mention. Okay, we're now down to the top 2 in my top 10 feature. Top 2 will be the NEXTOOL Flagship Pro. Okay, I know a lot of you have seen are seeing this, and seeing this at the corner of the screen, and you know, knowing it right off that this is the Flagship Pro, and expecting this to be the top one. But yeah, I'm surprised as well as you are that this just occupies the top 2 spot. Compared to the other more established brands, the NEXTOOL is, well, it's a relatively newcomer, but it's really solidly built. You know, I've seen it in forums that a lot of skeptics have been turned into believers of the NEXTOOL Flagship Pro. But the full name of this one is the Flagship Pro KT5020. So yeah, go for the KT5020. And yeah, going back again, like I said, it's really solidly built. It's really going up against those more established brands, and I believe you me, I have put this through its paces and more. And unlike the no name, it still has no wiggle. You know, it's really solidly built. You know, this is an urban EDC multi-tool, but I have used this at the workbench, and yeah, unlike the no name, which has shown some wiggle already early on, still have to feel this have any sort of wiggle. It really just is solid. Okay, you might be thinking, okay, maybe that's just the reason why um, it takes the number 2 spot, because it's a relatively newcomer going up against the more established brands, because it's cheaper. Oh, by the way, I haven't said the price. The price is 1,700 to 1,900, close to 2,000 pesos. And for under 2,000 pesos, you really get a good EDC. Medium-sized EDC has good ergonomics. It has great ergonomics. It has no play. It's very firm and sturdy. It's solidly built, you know. And aside from the price, it's not the main tool is not just the pliers, but this in fact has 2 main tools. Okay, we're looking at the pliers now. Take a look at the scissors. All right. So the main tool, there's 2 main tools: a pair of scissors, which is I'm gonna say this is good. This is a good pair of pliers, and a great pair of pliers, right? I don't know if I'm mumbling or what, but yeah, okay. I'm just gonna deploy both of them. All right, it kind of looks weird with both deployed out. Sort of comes out like a letter Z, but yeah, I mean, you don't see this with other multi-tools of the more established Western brands. And yeah, no joke, this is a great design. It is a great build, and I would say the Flagship Pro deserves its spot in the number 2. Okay, for the price, for the build quality, for the overall execution, this is a great multi-tool. Okay, I would dare say it's better than the Leatherman's to the point, because of course it's much more affordable. Okay, and look out for the NEXTOOL. I know there are more outings by NEXTOOL. Gotta look out for them. So yeah, I'm also on the lookout. But yeah, this makes it to the top 2. The Flagship Pro KT5020. Okay, for the number 1 spot, and you're looking across the screen and wondering where the frick is it? It's right here on the right part of your screen. I just showed 2 versions of the same model, but suffice to say, this is the VICTORINOX SWISSCARD. All right, I'm just going to show you the current version. The VICTORINOX SWISSCARD. All right, this might come as a surprise to you, and some would even probably say, hey, that is not a multi-tool. But to me, it is still an EDC tool. All right, it has many tools. It comes with a nice blade, pair of scissors. Okay, it has a file with a flat head. So with this one, it's already reminiscent of a VICTORINOX Classic SD, right? A Classic SD with a ballpoint pen. So it's like a VICTORINOX signature in card format, and this occupies. I will justify this being at the top spot because it's almost automatic grabbing for this one, because it's always in your pocket. You know, okay. Let me be more accurate with that, or let me be more precise. It's always in your wallet. Okay, and let me just put this back. Yeah, and this being in your wallet, it's really unobtrusive, and it doesn't bulk up your pocket because it fits snugly in your wallet. It's a card format. It's even has a ruler. Okay, it's not just a case for your tools. Has a ruler there as well, and it really just is for me a perfect tool for any contingency, because it's just on your body anytime, every time. With the other multi-tools, I'm just really overemphasizing it. With other multi-tools, you'll be you're pressed to be conscious about, okay, what am I gonna bring? Do I have it with me? With the VICTORINOX SWISSCARD, it's really there all the time. I mean, you know, if you need something sharp or to cut with, okay, just pull out your wallet and out comes the scissors or the knife. If you need a pen, no multi-tool here has a pen, okay? And you're not always like a schoolboy with a pen around, but you know, just in case you do need a pen, there you go, you have it in your wallet. So yeah, with that said, oh, okay, by the way, also price-wise, Victorinox, like I said before, they fetch for, you know, very premium prices. But with the Victorinox SWISSCARD, they really come in cheap, you know, value for money. These cost no more than 2,000. The other variant costs a little more than 2,000, maybe 2,200, and that's the nail care, which also, by the way, for me, I think the nail care is much better than the classic because, well, the file is better and it has a screwdriver, you know, and I'll show the picture here, and I also made a video of that also, by the way. So yeah, the SWISSCARD in whatever format, therefore, I'm saying that already, in whatever format, be it the nail care or the classic light, this is for me the number one, takes the number one spot in my top 10 list. So yeah, with that said, tell me what you think. Give me a like, subscribe, and share. And yeah, I hope you like this video. This is my top 10 list for 2022. I'm gonna be winding down the year, and what better to wind down the year by than, you know, just, you know, putting out all your tools and just ranking them from which one you like best or which one you use the most. And yeah, I'm gonna say it. Peace out. Stay safe. Ta-da.